Hello and welcome to the Laughing Through the Pain podcast. I'm your host, Elinor.
I'm Marianne.
And today we have a very special Valentine's Day episode.
Woot woot!
Last week we did just taking fun BuzzFeed quizzes to kind of make things a little later on the agenda. But today we also wanted to do something a little unusual, a little fun, to kind of celebrate Valentine's Day, and what better way to do so than to read horrible fan fiction. Do you want to tell our listeners what we're reading today?
Harry Potter fans, fan fiction readers, you should be familiar with the terribly infamous My Immortal. The god-awful Harry Potter fan fiction that, honest to goodness, has its own article on TV tropes. That's how many cliches and ridiculousness it has its very own article on TV tropes, just pointing out all the cliches, everything that's wrong with it. It's a blast. It's as much fun to read the TV tropes article as it is the actual fan fiction. It's great. I am so excited that we get to share this with our listeners.
So, I think you've read it before, haven't you?
I have.
I watched a video on YouTube of someone else reading it that I never actually ended up finishing. I had like a couple parts left. It's also been a very long time since I've read it. So
yeah, I don't want to copy him. So we'll do our own voices, make sure that we're not just ripping off whoever did that dramatic reading.
I don't even remember. But so I'm going to be Ebony, who is the main character, and Marianne is going to be pretty much everyone else.
The main Mary Sue. Main character.
So we're just going to read chapters 1 and 2, I think, for today. But I guess just let's get into it.
Here we go.
Chapter 1. What does AN mean?
Author's note.
Oh, author's note. Special fangs with the Z, in quotes, get it, 'cause I'm gothic. To my GF, you not in that way. Raven, Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the story and spelling. Your friend must be awful. You rock are okay. Justin, you the love of my depressing life. You rock. Number 2, MCR rocks with an X.
We're off to a great start.
I like how it's helping me with the story and the spelling.
Yeah, Raven needs to be fired.
Oh dear. I guess this is just the intro. It just goes straight from the author's note to the intro, which is fantastic. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway. And I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Author's note, if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was, because he's a major effing hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. Okay. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch. And I go to magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell. And I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it, and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, red eyeshadow. I was walking out of Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put my middle finger at them.
Hey, Ebony, shouted a voice.
I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy?
Oh.
What's up, Draco? I asked.
Oh, nothing, he said shyly.
But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. Author's note. Is it good? Please tell me, Fangs.
Please tell her. Is it good?
No.
You know, the author of this has never been identified.
Really? That's so funny. I mean, if I were her,
I wouldn't want to be
I
identified.
wouldn't want to be identified. And that was chapter 1.
Oh my gosh.
Chapter 2, author's note, Fangs, 2 bloody tears, 666. Oh, was she trying to say thanks?
Yes.
For helping me with the chapter. By the way, BTW, preps stop flamin' my story, okay?
Awk.
Awk. The next day, I woke up in my bathroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony notifications from Walmart. Go away. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you, woke up and then grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini fishnets and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner, in quotes.
OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly.
Yeah, so? I said, blushing.
Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room, of course she's a friggin' Slytherin, and into the Great Hall.
Should I try and do, like, an Essex accent for Ebony? Because I feel like that's the vibe I get.
Do it.
Yeah, so? Which is also, by the way, I can not do Essex very well, so if you're British, I'm so sorry. Oh, wait. I just realized I said the same thing twice. No, I effing don't, I shouted.
Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said.
Hi, I replied flirtily.
Flirtily?
Flirtily? What kind of word is that?
Guess what? He said.
What? I asked.
Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me.
Oh my effing god, I screamed. I love GC. They're my favorite band besides MCR.
Well, do you want to go with me? He asked.
I gasped. That's it. That's the end. You know, we've only been recording for 8 minutes, and that was chapters 1 and 2, so we could probably keep going.
Yeah, we'll do the next 2, because they're divided up weird on fanfiction.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Kind of.
Do you want to do chapters 3 and 4?
Sure.
Okay.
Chapters 3 and 4. Author's note. Stop blaming the story preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to Gothic people for the good reviews. Thanks again, Raven. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte. My accent is so bad.
Great. To be fair, the author probably can't do a good British accent either, so you're good.
Oh, she's probably American.
Exactly.
On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped fishnet tights. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. What does that even mean? All this corset stuff? I put on matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding. And I listened to some GC. painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner.
Tons!
And I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert.
I can't. This is so good. Okay. I went outside. Draco was waiting there for me in front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show, too. Baggy black skater pants and black nail polish and a little eyeliner. Author's note. A lot faux cool boys were it ock.
Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice.
Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666. Oh, my God. And flew excitedly. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
You totally skipped, the line.
I 100% did. Hold on. Let me try that again. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666 and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs.
I feel like you can tell when someone has never done drugs before if they say, we smoked drugs.
We smoked drugs. What, you've never smoked drugs before? When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. They hopped out of the flying car. They're both dead. They are dead. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte.
How can she spell Mercedes-Benz, but she can't spell thanks? Or, I know later on she can't spell ebony.
She spells her own name
like Ennaby or something like
Ennaby! Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know this song by Good Charlotte?
No, I've never listened to Good Charlotte.
I don't know it either.
You come in cold. You're covered in blood. They're all so happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life, sang Joel. I don't own the lyrics to that song. Thanks. Joel is so effing hot. I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you. Do I sound British or do I sound Australian?
I don't know. You sound unique. I like it.
I sound like someone who wasn't born in England.
Really? Asked Draco sensitively.
Ew.
And he's put his arm around me, all protective.
Really? I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary effing Duff. I effing hate that little B word. Wow. Okay. I like how she's like, I don't even know Joel, but I hate Hillary Duff because I obviously know her.
Yeah, they were tight back in the day.
Yeah, sure, obviously. I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. Wow. Oh my gosh. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer, and I'm pretty sure, even in, England standards, they're not old enough to drink yet.
Nope.
We drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back to Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest.
Dun, dun, dun.
Also, when it said Benji and Joel, I was like, who the hell is Benji? But then I was like, I assume it's someone from the band.
I think so. Oh my gosh.
Chapter 4. Author's note. I said, stop flamin' okay. Ebony's name is Ennaby. Not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. They knew each other before, okay? That went a little I don't even know.
This part gets a little wild, so if you want me to read it, I will read it.
Oh, oh yeah, it ends up getting, like, spicy.
It gets spicy!
Oh my gosh. Draco! I shouted. What the F do you think you were doing? I don't know what accent that is, but...
Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car, and he walked out of it. Again, a flying car! How do you walk out of a flying car?
I think she's assuming that we know that they're on the ground. I guess.
Oh my god.
What the effing hell? I asked angrily.
Ebony? He asked.
What? I snapped.
Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing colored contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness, and then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately.
Just as you what?
Suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree.
Make out keenly?
Make out keenly.
Okay.
He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra. This is one of my favorite lines. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's you.
I'm gonna skip.
Oh, okay.
What the hell are you doing, mother effers? It was Dumbledore.
That's one of my favorite lines. What the hell are you doing, you mother effer?
Oh yeah. There is a part in between the what are you doing, mother effers, and the part before that. I'm just cutting it out because it's
fine.
just ugh.
That's okay.
Icky. But anyway, chapter 5. Author's note. Stop flaming. If you flam, it means you're a prep or a pusser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is cause he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating till I get 5 good ow.
Yay, I get some more lines. Dumbledore made, and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools! He shouted.
I started to cry. Tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry.
They were having intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a very furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces?
Oh, wow.
Very characteristic of Professor McGonagall
Obviously.
to say. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, because I love her!
Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said,
Fine. Very well. You may go up to your room. As long as they're in love.
Oh!
It's okay.
Obviously. It's not like 2 underaged people went into the forest where they're not supposed to go just to do it in the forest.
And smoking drugs.
Oh yeah, and smoking drugs. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us.
Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently.
Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went into the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out...
Draco was standing in front of the bathroom, and he started to sing, I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte.
I really don't think they do.
No, they really don't. I just want to die. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room.
Chapter 6.
I don't even know how to pronounce that word.
Shit up, preps, okay? P.S. I will not update until you give me good reviews. Okay. What would be the word for that?
What?
Her, like, asking for good reviews and not updating the story.
Oh, hypocrisy? I don't know.
Just grabbing, I guess. I don't know.
An empty threat.
I guess so. The next day I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black mini skirt that was all ripped all around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and high-heeled boots that were black. Awesome. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up, because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down... Wait. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. What does any of that have to do with any...
Nothing.
What does the eyeliner have to do with his lipstick? He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses, just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden.
No, he doesn't!
Is it Madden or Maiden?
Madden.
He was so sexy that my body went all hot, and I saw him kind of like an erection only. I'm a girl. So I didn't get one, you sicko.
That's another one of my favorite lines. Kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yep.
He said in a shy voice.
That's alright. What's your name? I questioned.
Now it's time for both of us to just butcher these accents.
Yes, he has a, what is it? What does she call it? A,
sexy English accent.
Yeah, sexy.
I don't know how to be sexy nor English, so let's try.
You can be anti that.
My name's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Ooh, Harry Potter. Harry Potter. That's me. My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me vampire these days. He grumbled.
Why? I exclaimed.
Because I love the taste of human blood. He giggled. You
have to do that every time.
I will.
Well, I'm a vampire, I confessed.
Really? He whimpered.
Yeah! I roared.
Yeah! Let's go!
Let's go! We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him.
Oh, we have to keep going.
I know. Reposter's note.
So this is the person who didn't write it, but they're the ones who uploaded it to fanfiction.com.
I also forgot to mention that you should read some of the commentaries people write here. They're hilarious. Chapter 7. Bring me to life.
Wake me up.
Wake me up and
can't wake up.
Wake me up and save me.
Save me.
Author's note. Well, you guys, I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews. By the way, BTW, I won't write the next chapter until I get 10 Godvons. Stop flaming or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Marisu. Okay, she isn't perfect. She's a Satanist. Actually, she's a Satanist.
Satanists. Yep.
She has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake.
Oh my god.
Because that doesn't make her a Mary Sue, obviously.
It doesn't. There's no Satanist Mary Sues out there. Not one.
No, not one. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist rings. Oh, no, sorry. Satanist sings on my nails in red polish. Author's note, see, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then...
Okay. We started Frenching. Passively.
Passively?
And we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra. Oh, nothing sounds more uncomfortable in the world. And he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked. And then he put his boy's thingy in mine and we had sex. See, is that stupid?
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh, Draco, I screamed, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo that I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, Vampire. I was so angry.
Were the words... It's one word.
Oh, yeah. There was all the words. Vampire. Others.
We did it! We referenced it in the podcast.
You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed.
No, but you don't understand. I don't remember what voice I was doing for Drake.
I don't know, it was whiny and annoying. Just keep going.
No, but you don't understand. Draco pleaded, but I knew too much.
No, you effing idiot. I shouted you probably have AIDS anyway. Oh my gosh. I put on my clothes all huffily, then stomped out. Draco ran out, even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. Okay. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you mother effer! I yelled.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, the prep. What? Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back.
Ebony, that's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly.
My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long, waist-length Gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes, like blood, that she was wearing contact lenses on. Okay. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires. And one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith, not Granger. Since she had converted to Satanism, she is now in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. Because that's totally how that works.
That's how it works. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Demeaned.
Vampire! I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco! I shouted at him. Everyone gasped.
I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. Okay, randomly switching POVs.
I know, I was like, what's with the random change in POV?
I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony. For a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy effer. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Ha, like I would hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire.
Yeah, effing right. F off, you bastard. I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virility to Draco. And then I started to bust into tears.
Oh my god. I can't do this.
My virility?
My virility. I lost my virility.
Oh, yeah. Chapter 9. Stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache, which is not even in the story at all. It's in the author's note. And the reason Snap doesn't lick Harry now is because he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. Oh my gosh, MCR rocks.
Oh my gosh.
I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I didn't with Draco. Then all of a sudden, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie. By the way, she said he had no nose twice. He was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort! What is this commentary? I don't understand.
I like how she's describing him and then says, before he's introduced as a character, he kind of looks like Voldemort. Like Voldemort in the movie. It was...
Voldemort!
Voldemort! Voldemort! Voldemort! Voldemort!
No! I shouted in a scared voice. But then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted.
Crookshanks?
Did she just use Hermione's cat's name as like a curse?
Spell. Yep.
Or like a
as a death curse. Way to go.
Oh my gosh.
Crookshanks!
I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist. Or is that how sadist is spelled?
It is.
Okay. Sadist or sadist?
Sadist.
Sadist, okay. Even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped.
Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter.
I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes. And his gothic black hair, and how his face looks just like Joel Madden.
Everybody looks like Joel Madden in this universe.
I remember that Draco had said, I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up?
Imagine that.
No, Voldemort! I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged.
Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco.
How did you know? I asked in a surprised way.
Voldemort got a dude, you're so look on his face. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly, and if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick.
I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Also, telekinesis?
I have telekinesis.
That's not what telekinesis is.
Yep.
He's talking about, what is the word? Telepathy?
Telepathy. This is stupid.
This is so stupid.
Hi. he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram, get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way.
What even? Are you okay? I asked.
No, he answered.
I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled.
That's okay. He said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out.
Oh my god.
Imagine that it's like 2011. You buy a ticket for the last Harry Potter movie, and you're psyched, and you're pumped. Tickets are sold out. The theater is packed. The lights fall dark, and up on the screen, you just see Draco naked. And then this girl with... What color is her hair? I don't even remember.
Well, don't you remember? Her hair is ebony, which is why her name is Ebony.
Ebony. Which I think it changes to red later, like blood. Where her blood, ebony, red, black hair.
With purple streaks?
With purple streaks.
And red tips.
And Harry Potter doesn't have his scar. And Voldemort...
Voldemort.
And Voldemort says, I have telekinesis. How betrayed would you feel?
Well, I would feel pretty heckin' betrayed.
Like, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is magical.
I so wish that we could read more. However, I do have to leave to go somewhere in the next couple of minutes. So, we're gonna end this episode here. Maybe we'll do this again in the future and continue reading, because I think this was really fun.
Oh, I got loads of bad fanfiction we can read. Lots of it.
Plus we could read the Twilight books. That was the other, idea we had, was to read the Twilight books.
We could even read some of my fanfiction that I've written in the past.
Oh my gosh. I've never read any of your fanfiction.
It's trash. It's not that kind of trash, but you could tell that I was being really pretentious, using a thesaurus on every word.
Oh.
So it's pretty bad.
The infamous thesaurus.
Thesaurus. I used a thesaurus.
Anyway, that's it for today's episode. I hope y'all have a great Valentine's Day, or Singles Awareness Day, depending on who you are.
Or a Galentine's.
Galentine's. We're doing Galentine's with our friends because we're both single as hell.
All the single ladies.
All
the single ladies.
But yeah, so that's it for this episode. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check out my YouTube channel, Elinorium. I know last week I said that I was going to release a video, but I didn't do it yet because I procrastinated on editing. So hopefully next time. And yeah, if you want to give us any kind of feedback, you can reach us on Twitter. I know some of the people that I've been interacting with more on Twitter have given us some good feedback, and really appreciate it. So shout out to Kai. Hi, Kai.
Hi, Kai.
They're super nice and have given really great feedback regarding our podcast. They say they really like it, so that's really awesome.
Aww.
So thanks, Kai.
Oh, nice. That's so nice.
But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it. We'll see you next time.
Mwah.
Mwah.